I know. I'm shocked too. When I read the title, I was like, oh my God, he really put that there. I just figure this is a better way for me to cope with the horrible news that is A$AP Rocky and Rihanna having a child together. And you're probably thinking, you know, in the back of your mind, this is actually great news. Why are you being so immature about this? I can't help it. I've had a crush on Rihanna since I was 12 years old, something like that. Probably wasn't 12, probably was like 11, 10, 9, in the womb, something like that. I don't feel like A$AP Rocky makes the type of music that deserves Rihanna. And I think we should talk about it. I think we should discuss it. So you don't want to discuss it. I understand. But we need to discuss the very real possibility, the very unique possibility that A$AP Rocky is pregnant. He just isn't showing. He's always had a certain glow about him. In all seriousness, I do congratulate the two of them for having a child. For I don't want to think about this. This isn't getting any better. You're probably asking yourself, what does this have to do with music? I'm gonna show you. This means we're never getting music from the two of these guys ever again. That's just the facts, you know? Rihanna now has endless excuses for her audience as to why she can't deliver music. You know, oh my God, I'm having a baby. Like, whoa, I mean, they still need music, my guy. Where's the album? Oh, I'm having hot flashes. I want to eat a house. I'm hearing laughs, but my baby's not out yet. I need to see a psychiatrist. Postpartum and all that little stuff that, you know, people be complaining about. Any sightings of A$AP Rocky from this point on, whether he's with another artist or, you know, whether he is attending a show or in the studio with someone, all that can be written off as him just getting out of the house because he just wants a break. They have endless excuses to never drop music again. In my head, you know, I just want to believe that A$AP Rocky is pregnant and it doesn't have anything to do with Rihanna. All right, that looks weird. No, I'm not gonna lie, that fucked me up. This is horrible. This is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. And I know what you're thinking, like, Shawn, get over yourself. You never had a chance anyway. That's where you're wrong. I had a better chance of making a relationship last with Rihanna than Drake did. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all probably wondering, well, how's Drake feeling about all this? Fuck Drake. Rihanna, please don't actually do that, okay? If Drake bags Rihanna, he's gonna be too powerful. Like, that's an infinity stone. Y'all don't realize that is a literal infinity stone. I know I'm minimizing their humanity right now for the sake of my own sickness and me thinking that acknowledging that it's a problem makes it better doesn't actually make it better. Not only do I lose the love of my life to A$AP Rocky, who not from my statements but from Twitter statements say isn't really meated up. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna just go. It's about to be a foot of snow outside in like 4 hours. I'm gonna just go outside early and just let it bury me. And then I can't even be mad. You know, I can't even really hate because they look good together. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm mad. Because it makes sense. He don't deserve this. At the end of the day, things could be worse. They could be having twins. That would kill me. Congratulations. I'm very happy for y'all. The second thing I wanted to talk about in this video that's a little bit more serious is the Cardi B lawsuit against a YouTuber named K something, KK, I guess. I don't know. When I initially saw this, I thought that the YouTuber in question that Cardi B had this lawsuit against was smart enough to have the type of channel where you couldn't easily access the misinformation that she was spreading. I had no idea that she had 1 million fucking subscribers almost, and she was going and having people on her platform who were spewing unverifiable facts and information about Cardi B on her platform without question of those events. You know, and why is this a problem? Why is this such a big deal for Cardi B and for this YouTuber in question? The reason it's such a big deal is because, one, artists do deserve to have the benefit of the doubt, okay? And the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion, is being able to be publicly judged or have opinions written or thought or said about you from a true point of view. It's very, very difficult and hard for people to have a accurate opinion of you or a fair opinion of you if they are presented with nothing but misinformation. And just because she won in this case doesn't mean that there haven't been other people, publications, media outlets, small and bigger YouTubers that haven't spread false or misinformation about her. Apparently this woman had some type of live where she admitted to making up information and lies about Cardi B and continue to put that information out there regardless of her knowing that these things were false, and continue to spread them to her massive audience. It takes a lot of balls to admit that you are lying on someone and then continue to go out the rest of your media publication, I guess if that's what she calls it, expecting people to take you seriously from like an unbiased news outlet. It's scary knowing that there are people who have centered their platform so much around themselves despite presenting it or marketing it as if they're doing a public service or presenting a necessity to everyday people as almost like a counter to the celebrity culture that's being presented and thrown in people's face every day. And that's undoubtedly the service that she would be providing if she had never lied on Cardi B intentionally or put misinformation about her in the public. And the reason this is such a big problem is because it's not just about Cardi B, it's about people in general. If you are an independent media source, if you are a content creator whose prerogative on this platform is to talk about news in any way, shape, or form, or develop opinions about individuals, break down the content that they present to their consumers. If that's your MO, you definitely have to take a back seat to the information that should always come as a first priority. And so it gets really strange when I see YouTubers and media outlets and publications go back and forth with artists, when in reality, all you need to do is write accurate information. If they get mad, they get mad. But you should never get into public arguments or disagreements or beefs with these artists unless they are cordial enough to have a conversation with you that isn't just fueled by, immediate emotion because they saw a headline that they didn't like. No, this woman actually admitted to lying on someone. She's making it seem like her speech in general is being taken away or stripped from her, when in reality, you're only being asked to talk about these people from a truthful point of view, because if you don't, it's undoubtedly defamation of character, and you legally cannot do that. The biggest question to me is, again, how do you continue to make content from this point on such a massive platform, and your audience knows that you are subject to emotional shit posting people, basically? Meaning, if someone that you don't like has a rebuttal or something to say about you, likelihood of you just flat out lying on them is there now. And there are some artists that aren't big enough to see every little video that's made about them. So just because you don't have more lawsuits on your name doesn't mean that you haven't been inaccurate or purposefully misrepresented someone in the past. This isn't about free speech, it's about accuracy. And if you love what you do to that extent, the integrity and the accuracy of information should always be at the forefront, not you. Last but not least, I want to talk real quick about BabyFace Ray. This dude dropped what might be, it's too early to say that, okay? We're 1 month into the year. I shouldn't be saying he dropped the album of the year. Album of the year. I know Earl came out. I know The Weeknd came out. I know Twigs came out. Shay Noir, I think she dropped into last year or beginning of this year, something like that. But I'm ready, okay? I haven't heard a record that just feels so intimate, but also at the same time so casual. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put the mic down for this one, you know what I'm saying? This whole album just feels like, bro, that's fucked up, but I know what you're saying, you know what I mean? A lot of this record just sounds really bleak, really cold, and it almost sounds like it's being said in passing. Like, imagine somebody saying to you, like, this shit really ain't shit to me, and you're like, yeah, what you mean? And they talking about just life in general. What?
Freaky bitch, you ain't no dime. Head ain't good, that's a waste of mine. Spent 3,000 on my soldier, right?
It's just that nonchalant delivery paired with things that in your city, especially Detroit, niggas will die over. Like, he's acting like he don't care about it. Like, he's presenting it as if these are things to not care about, while at the same time putting them on a pedestal, giving you the harsh and bleak reality of the situation, whether it comes to him dealing with relationships, dealing with street shit, dealing with business, dealing with coming up in the rap game. I just like the way it's put out there. Despite having like this lack of enthusiasm, the charisma still kind of shines through on a lot of the record, and it just makes the whole thing enjoyable for me anyway, from start to back. I'm not exposed to many other, I won't say cultures, but ways of life outside of the city, ways of life outside of what I was exposed to in Detroit. What I was exposed to was just very bleak. Like, niggas were just matter of fact about a lot of shit, and oftentimes say things without really understanding how it comes across to other people. But yeah, Babyface Ray with Face, I love this album. I like this album a lot. Yeah, he did his thing on this. He did. This is probably my favorite record from him by far. Y'all let me know if you enjoyed the record and how you feel about the other things that we talked about in this video. Are you just as upset about the ASAP Rocky being pregnant news as I am? Crazy.